Things are looking up for this return adventure. One of the things I love about coming to the British seaside towns is that you can get amazing hotel rooms for way less than in the cities. Lights on. I knew things were looking up when I checked into the reception here at the Mercure Paignton. Let's check out the view. Okay, so I do have a view of a grotty alleyway leading to the infamous abandoned Paignton car park. But look at this room. I paid less than 60 quid for this room. I haven't stayed in a hotel this nice for less than 100 quid since probably the early 2000s. Look at that TV. Pretty fancy bathroom. Rainfall shower. Things are looking up. Better than some of the hovels that are staying in other places. Places like Bournemouth. Not to name and shame. Why am I back here in Paignton? Well, I've had a lot of requests since the last video, about 3 months ago. The video where I was searching for the feral yobs of the seaside town. People have said one or two things. They've either said, Wendell, there's no seaside yobs in Paignton. You painted it wrongly, even though I did say I quite liked it here. The other school of thought is that I didn't search hard enough, indeed, after dark. So that's why I'm back today. This is Seaside Feral Yobs Part 2, The Night Hunt. We're going to hit the streets in the day, ask some people further, indeed, is this antisocial behaviour prevalent? And furthermore, we're then going to go out, film at night. I don't normally film at night because this camera's not good in the dark, but I've made plans to be able to do so. So let's do it. This is Paignton Part 2. Let's find the feral yobs. Let's go. Big shout out to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. It's really helped make the return to Paignton possible. Some of you watching this video might not have seen the original video, the British seaside town overrun with feral yobs. But what I did was I read quite a few articles online that said that Paignton has a problem with antisocial behaviour, particularly youth antisocial behaviour. And I took to the streets to ask people what life was like in Paignton and if that was indeed an issue here. Some people said indeed it was, and other people said that Paignton's a good place to live. And I kind of left the town with a sort of mixed and undecided opinion that I hadn't really got to the bottom of it. And then in the comments, the video got a lot of views and many people were saying, Wendell, you need to surely go back at night and film this issue at night because that's when the yobs come out after dark. Well, it's not because I won't go and film and look at these places after dark. I don't want you thinking that I'm some kind of fairy and I won't go and film potentially dangerous things at night. Simply that this camera that I've got is no good in low light, but I've rigged up a little setup, and later on when the sun goes down we'll check out some of the infamous areas like the park, which is apparently where the youths hang out. But for now, while it is a very nice blue sky sort of day here, I'm gonna wander the streets again and see if I can get to the bottom of it anymore, see if people have got more to say about the antisocial behaviour problem here in Paignton.
When I first moved here,
yeah,
it was a lovely place. And I've been here since about late 80s.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of change from the 80s to now?
Yeah.
So what's happened?
Well, I've only got to tell you, you've only got to look around, haven't you?
Yeah. Seems like they've had a good time.
And the kids.
Yeah, the kids. So I read stories that there are groups of like feral youths and like yobs and things like that. A lot of people telling me they haven't seen it, but some people are saying they have you?
I've witnessed it all the bloody time. They trash the place, they smash things up, they do everything. And no one tells them off, because you can't do that to kids, can you?
Yeah.
And when you want a copper, they're nowhere.
And people have told me that like after dark it's a different town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
And do you think that the local authorities are doing much about it, police? Or?
Don't let me answer that one.
Okay, mate, okay. Welcome to Wendell HQ and this episode of Cooking with Wendell. Now when I'm making these videos I spend a lot of time on the road, but time on the road doesn't mean healthy, good eating. In fact, quite the opposite. So it's important when I do get back home that I eat healthy, tasty, nutritious and well-balanced meals. HelloFresh helps you with your daily routine and meal planning. It's a subscription meal service that offers 100 plus recipes per month, and it's ideal for me because it saves time, it helps me eat a balanced diet, and it keeps eating interesting. What's cooking in Wendell's kitchen today? Well, I've decided to go for the 21-day aged sirloin steak because I'm an alpha male who needs meat on his plate. The meals are totally planned out. They come with recipe cards and step-by-step instructions, so you don't have to be a wizard in the kitchen. 100% eating HelloFresh means I eat more vegetables. I used to skip veg prep because of time saving and convenience, and basically because I was lazy. But with HelloFresh, everything's planned out and I get my 5 a day on board. Absolutely wonderful piece of 21-day aged sirloin. Cooked perfectly, if I may say so. Nice and rare. That is banging. There's a QR code on screen now to make this easy for you folks. I wouldn't recommend HelloFresh if it didn't work for me, and I think it's banging. So if you want 60% off your first box and then 20% off for the first 2 months, use code Wendell at hellofresh.co.uk/Wendell.
I'm local, I'm born and bred. About 3 years ago they sort of like ganged up on a bus and they put every window through and the bus driver had to phone for police assistance. Paignton's far worse than Torquay, to be brutally honest.
Okay, I filmed Torquay as well.
What I call Roman teenagers.
Roman teenagers.
But what
sort of age? Like big enough to cause me any trouble, or?
Anything between 12 and 16.
Oh, I can handle them, mate, I can handle them. I can run fast as well.
What is there for them to do here, though?
What's that?
What is there for them to do?
Well, in my opinion, I can see lots to do. You know what I mean? Like, but it's the mentality. You know, they've got to have an outdoors mentality rather than on the bloody game. You know, Xbox and all that and gaming.
Yeah. You get it all over the country, wherever you go. You always get the problems, but
of course, yeah. But you know, I read some articles. They were in some slightly trashy papers, but they were saying that there's a big problem here. Some people said there was. Some people said there wasn't. Is there any problems with antisocial behaviour? Groups of young youths causing trouble?
Magpies.
What's magpies?
The youth, innit? The magpies are out of the crows and that.
Yeah,
man.
Any problems or?
Nah, no problems. Just fucking solutions, brother.
Yeah.
My brother here, my uncle.
Hello, uncle. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're out here, active. Craig, man. My name's Craig. I love you all.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, love you.
Nice to meet you.
Big love, brother.
Yeah. So what's the solution, Craig?
The solution, the truth, man.
The truth.
Set you free. Love you.
Good man.
Wendell.
How are you, mate? Yeah. Is this your good lady?
Yeah, she does a YouTube as well.
Oh, okay, you do YouTube as well.
Deb's Most Excellent Adventures.
Deb's Most Excellent Adventures. Yeah.
I always watch you though.
Sweet, yeah.
We always watch you, you're brilliant.
Yeah, what do you think of Paignton?
It's like any town. If you think about it, you've got the rise of the supermarkets, you got Putin, COVID, then you've got the rise of Amazon. People forget that. They're quick to slag off all the towns and say, you know, they're this and that, but everyone's struggling. We've been to so many towns, haven't we? And they're not doing well.
So you live in Paignton?
I do.
Yeah, and what's life like in Paignton?
It's not bad, but bearing in mind, I've been on the street for like a couple of years due to the COVID.
Okay, mate, yeah.
And if you talk to this young lady here...
Well, if they're willing to talk to me. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I've nothing really, but help this man out, he's doing
so I made a video in Paignton about 3-4 months ago.
I think I saw it.
Yeah. And I'm coming back to follow up on it because I never really got to the bottom of, like, you know, the antisocial behaviour problems and what Paignton's really like.
Being homeless, it's pretty horrible. It's very volatile at times. Being on your own, I'm so vulnerable. But to be honest with you, I've not had any trouble at all. They come out the pubs or drunk, pissed up, whatever, and they just walk past me.
What about these rumours of feral youths and yobs and things like that? Does that cause you problems?
Not at all. No. Because I'll just stand up for myself.
Yeah.
But they've not been around.
Okay.
And they say a homeless person. I think most people think homeless people are drug addicts, alcoholics, and are willing to just smack your face in, really.
How long have you been on the streets here in Paignton?
8 months.
8 months, yeah.
And I've got no help whatsoever from the council.
Are you a resident, like born and bred Paignton?
54 years.
Really?
Yeah, I've worked from the age of 13, I'm 54, and I've paid my dues and I'm not priority. I've been referred 4 times now to West Country Housing and Devon Home Choice. Yeah, I did Devon Home Choice. That was 5 months ago. Nothing. And they refer me now to Factory Row. Well,
Down in Torquay.
I'm going to have to take it, because if I refuse it, they won't offer me anywhere else.
It's pretty rough down there.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
I would understand why somebody might prefer to be in this shop doorway than in Factory Row.
This is going to be shut up, because at one point there was loads of people that used to come around, cause trouble. Well, not trouble. It was just loud, spitting, swearing, just being a pain in the arse.
Raucousness.
And of course the shopkeepers complained, and now it's gone up. It's going to be shut up within 48 hours. I mean, that was on Friday.
When did they put that sign up?
I think it was Thursday.
Is that the sign here?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, so it's got an ASBO,
But that's not
antisocial behaviour, crime and policing protection warning to say that...
But that, I sit here on my own, I read my book, or I play games on my phone.
Yeah.
I say hello to everybody. Everybody's lovely. I met some wonderful, wonderful people out here. Don't get me wrong, they have been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had no trouble. Absolutely no trouble at all, but it does get a bit, at times, very intimidating.
I don't think anybody should have to feel intimidated,
I do.
but especially not a lone female as well.
It's hard, but I'm not a priority, so...
I can't get my head round how a lone female on the streets isn't a priority. 3-4 months ago, I met a young lady called Safi who was sitting right here.
Yeah. I've seen the video.
Played drums, yeah. We played drums.
Yeah, she comes along. She's got a place now, which is brilliant.
She's got a place, has she?
Yeah.
So my viewers will be really happy to hear that.
Yeah, and her dogs are fine. They're well looked after. Anybody thinks they're not, they are.
Obvious question. You say that there doesn't seem to be any help for you in particular when other people are getting help. Are you registered for everything that you should be registered for? Yeah.
Yeah, I've not heard anything yet.
You got a phone for them to contact you and everything?
Yeah. It's just wait and see, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I just try and keep as strong as I can, and that's the hardest part. Sometimes days I've broken down, and I just don't want to be here anymore. I just had enough. Can't cope. And then somebody comes along, says something nice, and it's just lifts your spirits up again. But you're right. But I know so many people, and they come and they sit and talk to you, and they don't judge, and that's brilliant. At first, some people were all wary, because you're homeless. And it upset me. There's a little girl last night. There was a couple of guys sat here, my friends, and this girl walked down. She walked right around, and I actually wanted to cry, because we obviously intimidated her. Even though we just sat here, she was intimidated, and that's horrible. Because I know what that feels like. Yeah. And she was about 13 years old, and she walked all the way around, and that was horrible. And that's people judge because you're homeless. We're not all bad. No. We're not all bad.
No, everyone's a person that's been through a different journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes the journeys get a bit rough.
Yeah, and nobody knows what people have been through, and they do judge. They do, and it's like, just stand and talk to me then. And you'll realise I'm actually a really nice person.
I'll tell you, to be honest, I have been making these videos for maybe 9 months now, and I've spoken to a lot of people like in a similar situation to you, and I've learned a lot from people.
I can imagine, yeah.
Life on the streets tends to give people a perspective of wisdom that I don't think you can attain until you're put in that position. You really learn a lot about human nature.
I have learned so much being out here. Unbelievable. It's opened my eyes. When I had a car, I had my home, I just come in, just park up, go shopping, get back in the car. You never looked around, and you didn't see these people. And it's like, I never understood. I mean, I don't take it, but I never understood heroin. Why do they take it? Why? I understand now.
I understand.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
But being out here has opened my eyes.
The obvious one is people say, why do people that live on the streets, why are they alcoholics? Why are they this? Why are they that?
Do you know what?
Try and get to sleep at night when it's -2.
That's it, absolutely, and it gets you through the day.
Do you need some money?
Hey?
Do you need some money?
That's a daft thing to ask a homeless person. I said, that's a daft thing to ask. Yes, please.
See what I've got.
And I hate it.
Do you live around here, do you, mate, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do.
This is what I hate, having to, Oh, thank you.
That's all I've got.
You're a diamond. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You dropped half of it down there anyway.
I'll find it.
Soppy bugger.
What's Paignton like, mate?
What?
What's Paignton like these days?
Pain in the arse.
Pain in the arse?
Yeah,
Yeah, why'd you say that?
What? I come down here, I came back from Canada, this country, I came down here, young lady I met down here, And I've been stuck in this bleeding shithole ever since.
Why do you say it's a shithole?
Well, what do you call it?
I'm finding out, yeah.
It's changed a lot. I mean, I've
Yeah.
been here all my life. Paignton used to be a great place. Believe me, it was
It
great.
used to
It
be.
used to be.
Did you grow up in Paignton, or
No.
have you moved here from elsewhere?
I grew up in South London,
Yeah.
and I went out to Canada,
Where in Canada?
Toronto.
Okay, I spent some time in Vancouver.
Yeah.
About a year, a long time ago. So what brought you to Paignton when you decided, when you came back to England, why Paignton?
My Paignton?
Yeah.
I'm damn sure I ain't going to live in London.
No.
It's a lunatic asylum.
So life is better in Paignton than London,
It's
yeah.
better. And I met my wife down here. Glennis,
Yeah.
lovely lady.
Okay. And how long have you been married for?
About 13 years.
Yeah. Congratulations, yeah.
She's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
No,
sorry, I didn't know.
it happened.
I didn't know that story was going in
No,
that
she
direction. Sorry.
died. And now I'm up here on my arse, walking around like dipsticks.
What changes have you seen in the 13 odd years since you've been here?
An awful lot of changes. People's attitudes, people's financial circumstances, and what this place is like.
So, do you think it's a more dangerous place to live than it used to be?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you feel threatened when you walk the streets? Are you happy to go out at night, or is
No.
there antisocial behaviour?
No, I wouldn't go out of the streets at night
So you'll get out and do what you need to do in the day
during the day.
when it's sun
That's
starts
why I'm
to
going
set.
home now.
I did speak to one lady that didn't want to say it on camera, but she says that there is a problem with some youths around here disrespecting homeless people, disrespecting property, sometimes smashing windows, and that, like a few people have said to me, the ambience, the atmosphere, it changes after dark. So I think we'll probably get to the bottom of what the problem really is when we come out later on, when we film at night. Lovely. Still works. Look at this, folks, at the end of this little street with all these cute little guest houses. Imagine booking for your seaside holiday here in Paignton and then looking out your window and seeing the state of that demolished car park behind you. Looks like war-torn Aleppo. In some ways, it kind of sums up the state of British seaside tourism these days.
I'm born here, I don't live here all my life, but I come back to see what the hell they're doing with it.
Yeah. What do you think about Paignton these days?
It's a shithole.
Why do you say that?
Oh, it's been bloody screwed up with all the bloody arseholes around it. Look at that place is a tip. It's a tip.
Hey, bastards that's scanning people.
They haven't scammed me, no.
No.
Who's
but
been scamming people?
I don't know, I think they're scanning people, me.
You do, yeah.
Honestly.
What makes you think that?
There's 4 or 5 of them there. They all sit about here. And I think I thought they were scanning you.
Yeah.
That's how
I appreciate you being concerned,
You know what I
mate, but yeah,
Honestly,
I appreciate you calling out for me, but yeah, is there a problem with that in general?
all the time.
Yeah.
Every time. You're just watching, they just take your fucking money.
In the last video, I did a bit of an experiment where I popped a QR code on screen which allowed people who were watching on TV to scan with their camera phone and immediately take them to the link to subscribe to the channel, and it really worked. So I'm going to abandon my original stance when I thought it was cheesy to ask people to subscribe, because it really helps drive the channel forward, and I haven't done it enough. In fact, I haven't done it for about 9 months or so. So folks, please subscribe, it really helps, and the QR code's there. If you're not signed in, if you're watching on TV, then just hover over it and click the button. The sun's starting to set in Paignton, and to be honest, I have noticed a bit of a difference in the atmosphere over the last 30-40 minutes. Groups of people who've clearly been drinking a lot are starting to be about on the streets, and to be honest, there's been a lot of people out drinking all day, but it's starting to feel a little bit more edgy. So I'm going to go back, sort myself out, and then come back out and film once it's night time, see what the atmosphere is like then. You alright, love?
Evening.
Is it pretty safe for?
Yeah, he's alright. Yeah.
You don't mind me filming? You're under relentless. You're no trouble, are you?
No, he's just energy drink, mate.
Yeah.
Not losing.
I wouldn't judge you if you had a beer anyway. Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
I don't like any too much alcohol. Like.
So what's Paignton like at night? Some people told me it'd be quite dangerous to walk around in the park at night, but
Yeah, everyone like walking out in the parks, everywhere in the pubs, like you know.
you feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're big. You're right. Don't you take your wrist.
I won't lie, folks. There are some pretty rough pubs in Paignton, and I can see why if you're elderly or vulnerable, you wouldn't want to be knocking around the town centre at night. What? Watch out, mate. Yeah. What's all this about?
It's a memorial for someone who's died.
Okay, yeah.
He passed away like a week now.
What happened?
Motorbike crash.
In a bike crash? Okay, yeah. What, in Paignton in the area? Yeah. And you're all friends with him, yeah? Yeah. Okay. How old was he? 19. Yeah.
Our mate passed away last week.
Yeah.
We sort of this is all in honour of him.
Yeah.
He died. He passed away in a motorbike crash. Do you live down here or?
No.
Okay.
I've just been.
Yeah, he makes the videos.
Earlier, yeah.
No, it was a couple of weeks ago in Vauxhall.
No, it's
Oh, that's
uploaded.
like 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's like 3 months.
Yeah,
I fucking love your videos.
Yeah, you go, man. You're right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stories in the press about there being a lot of like youth antisocial behaviour, stuff like that. But I mean, like I've come down here, there's a lot of youth hanging around, but I don't see trouble.
I'll tell you now, when my best mate crashed, I was with him the whole time. And that antisocial behaviour, we were on our way to McDonald's and he passed away. And the people claiming that he was on drugs, he was doing this, he wasn't. We were just riding normally, he was probably going about 40-45 miles an hour and he crashed.
You know what?
And on Facebook and stuff, there's those people that hate on everyone coming down there. Everyone hates us, but we'd rather like be outside and just doing nice stuff. And as you've seen, just because our bikes are loud, it doesn't mean we're doing anything wrong. It's just for some. This is just in honour of our mate who's passed away.
Okay, mate, yeah.
Usually there's probably about 5-10 of us that sit down there, and we'd rather be outside and just have some fun.
Yeah.
But people on Facebook are like pretty much having a massive go at us just because our bikes are loud, and they say we're just driving. To be honest, we're all on 125 motorbikes. They're not even capable of doing over the speed limit.
Yeah. Yeah, so you wanted to say a little bit about the gathering and about some of the negative reputation that these gatherings have had in Paignton?
So I must say it's not as bad as example as you can see, like everyone's packed down here, it's for an event.
Yeah.
We've just had an awesome guy pass away and we've all come here to celebrate his life and who he was basically. Usually, I'd say there's not even a quarter of this. Like a lot of the people here in Paignton as well, they've got a lot of stuff going on at home. And I saw on the Facebook page, one of the posts, a lot of the comments said, well, at least they're out and not at home. I don't know whether you visited Vauxhall at all, right at the back of Paignton. It's very deprived, there's a lot of poverty, and a lot of the people here are from Vauxhall, and they're trying to get away to another area as well. You see right now someone's doing a bomb.
I'm making a video, mate. Give me a good score. Go on. Is that good? You're only for 1,000, yeah?
I can get better, but oh, not bad.
It's the morning after the night before from the relative safety of my very moderately priced 4-star hotel room. What did I make of Paignton in the end? Well, clearly there are some issues with antisocial behaviour and some of the locals aren't happy in this town. I think compared to yesteryear that it probably has gone downhill. And I don't know if I actually found the troublesome feral yobs that the rumours and stories adhere to. I think that obviously that large group of drag racing, motorbike, wheel spinning young people that I encountered last night, I think that probably is quite intimidating for some of the residents here. And although the young people were very welcoming to me, at the same time I can see how people wouldn't want that happening in their town at their seafront. But at the same time, I think when you go around this country, I think, you know, there are far worse groups of youths than the people I encountered last night. But, you know, there's also a lot of street drinking going on. I was out till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock last night maybe, and there were young people on the street drinking, a lot of rough pubs, and it just gets a bit unsavoury after dark. So I think it's just another seaside town that's past its best. But I do think the stories that say gangs of feral yobs are running amok in Paignton, I think it's a little bit over the top. Myself, I don't particularly feel unsafe wandering around, but if I was old or vulnerable, then I guess I might. But Paignton, it's worth a visit. It's cheap, the hotel rooms are cheap, the coast's nice, Torquay's down the road. If you don't mind some fast and furious youths drag racing at night on the seafront, it might be worth a shot. Until next time, folks.